I'm number 101466, Police Constable Woman, Hailene Viviana, currently attached to Central Police Station, Traffic Department. I'm strongly expressed and becoming conduct of my senior officers for almost 5 months now, that my senior officers have turned against ethics and others of work to humiliate me over a small issue which can be brought on the book by a matter of minutes. I have been harassed by sexual harassment first, number 2, obtaining my money, number 3, na kushikwa matiti. Kwanza kabla niseme vitu zingine, to state it, I bought a phone, Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, from a certain businessman called Hassan Sheikh Mohammed of Mob Center, Mombasa, on 19 mwezi wa 10 2020. Because it was expensive, we made an agreement with Mr. Hassan Sheikh that I pay Kenya shillings 80,000 instantly, and to pay the remaining money, 25 Kenya shillings, at the end of the month, as to settle full price of Kenya shillings 8,000. I took the phone with full of ecstasy, not knowing that I will start questioning its unfulfilling utility. It was not until 2 days later, after using the phone, they developed mechanical problems, they started hanging, and storage was full, despite having a big RAM of 128 GB. Uncomfortably, as days passed, I decided to visit Safaricom shop to make a personal comparison with the phone of same kinds items. Kind item of interest were the price, physical appearance, and internal arrangement. From Safaricom shop, the price for Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra was Kenya shillings 106,000 compared to Kenya shillings 105,000 from the previous shop. Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra from Safaricom shop has 2 years warranty, and the previous shop S20 Ultra of what 105,000 Kenya shillings, the warranty of the phone is 1 year. A big difference of Kenya shillings that 1,000 Kenya shillings. Objected other properties of interest were also not pleasing. Safaricom suggested that I should be back to Mr. Hassan and request a fair treatment. After going back to Hassan, he acknowledged his phone had a problem. He referred it as a setting problem. He took the phone and promised to modify setting with shortest time possible. I went back to Mr. Hassan after some days to see the possible solution why he did nothing about the setting he stated. To secure his business, he suggested I should replace the iPhone with another one. I agree. Unfortunately, he suggested I should replace it with an iPhone, which cost Kenya shillings 175,000. I objected the request because I can't afford to raise extra money to buy an iPhone. I requested my phone back. He accepted my request for his own reason. He needed 4 extra days to pay back the money. At the end of those days, I called him. He didn't pick my calls. The following day, I called him several times, all in vain. He kept declining my calls. At the end of the day, I was forced to book on the occurrence book at Central Police Station to initiate illegal follow-up. The OB number was file number 928/14/2020. I still didn't lose hope on Mr. Hassan Sheikh. I continued making calls to him. Surprisingly, he still can't pick my calls. Seeing things worsening, I went to Urban Police Station to seek advice and possible solution to this matter. We discussed lengthily with fellow colleagues. We reached a consensus of visiting Safaricom shop and make a comparison once again. My colleagues called him, but instead he was not available for an hour. After an hour, he went to his job, but he was nowhere to be seen. We requested his son to call him instead. All this process made Mr. Hassan more angry and abusive. Kaniambia, wewe washana polisi wadogo. Hii kesi hatutadili hapa. Mimi niko na wakubwa, niko na hospidi, niko na OCS, Chief Inspector Samir. So, mimi sitakaa tena Central. Nitakuwa naenda transfer. Tuone. Mimi basi kusikia hivyo nikaamua sasa hii kesi itakuwa nitaenda kudili tu. Angalia mwenye ako naye. So he claimed to have new seniors people in this government, especially police, OCS, Chief Inspector Samir, and OSPD. I can't do him anything. This statement is stated for urgent legal action. I took the case back to station. To my surprise, the one who was going to deal with my case was our OCS Chief Inspector Samir Yunis, Outman. He said he was comfortable and the most suitable to deal with this case since he knew Hassan Mohammed Sheikh very well for 10 years now. He even said that Hassan Sheikh Mohammed is a trusted person. He also added he ordered him a vehicle worth 4 million Kenya shillings through him. As if that was not pursuing arguments, he further said he used to buy phones from him, and by all means, Mr. Hassan, he was a trusted man. He also said too, he recently received a phone call from OSPD concerning the same issue, that I harassed Mr. Hassan together with my colleagues. The truth is, my colleagues approached him with decent approach and decent respect. So that morning, OCS arranged a short meeting between me, SOT, Chief Inspector Kimani, and Hassan Sheikh Mohammed and him. The idea was to solve this case. The complaint from our sides were nearly heard, and the final consensus reached between me and Mr. Hassan was him to refund my money less by 10,000 Kenya shillings. This reduction was to compensate for the 2 days I had used. The fund agreed to that. Surprisingly, SOT Mr. Moses Kimani was against our agreement and ordered Mr. Hassan Sheikh to return money without making any deduction. He was further supported by OCS. The OCS said, "You should be the one to be given money, of course in a full amount, by Hassan Sheikh to hand over to me, and I should be giving Mr. Hassan a conducive environment. They all should be. Mr. Hassan failed to pay full amount. They should both make an irrefutable contribution to settle for him. I believe this will not be the way this case is supposed to be done. It is questionable and not just at all." We ended the case there with a promise I should be refunded back my money, 80,000 Kenya shillings, on Monday, on 16 saa 6:30. So, come that Monday, I went to OCS office. That was on 16 saa 6:30. But he told me, "Go and you come back again in the evening, saa 2." I went there in the evening, saa 2, but he was not around again. So I made a phone call. He said I should be meet him again at the following day, which was on 17 2020, on Wednesday. So that following day, on 17, I went to his office. He was not around. I tried to call him. He completely ignored me. On 18th, I called him. After calling him, he didn't pick my calls. I called again. Then he told me, "Just wait for 10 minutes. I waited him till, because he was my boss, I didn't want to disturb him. So after that 10 minutes, I waited till I decided to go to Mr. Kimani's office. I went there. He said before we talk, go and call Corporal Obure. So Corporal Obure came that office and asked me, and Chief Inspector Kimani asked me to say what I had to say. I asked him about the agreements we had on 14 mwezi wa 11 2020 on Saturday about my money, and if there were any charges. He told me that I will be given my money, but the OCS was busy at County Commander office. I should have to wait, and that same day on 18th mwezi wa 11 2020 was my transfer was organized and had not yet received any money on that day. So I called the OCS again on 19th, and he again asked me to wait for another 10 minutes, but he never called me, and I went to Central Police Station report office to ask his whereabouts. So the colleague said he just around, but he didn't come to his office. He was around, but he was not there. And to my surprise, on Saturday 21st mwezi wa 11 2020, I checked the duty roster and I was not there. That's when I took a decision again to go and ask Chief Inspector Kimani on what is going on, because sijapangwa kasi. Nikaenda sijapata OCS Chief Inspector Kimani. Nikaenda nikamwambia sijapata. The following day on 22nd, which was Jumapili, nilirudi tena hapo nikamwambia Meja, nikamwambia mbona hujanipanga kasi? Akaniambia hata yeye ajui vile nitaambua polepole. Sasa sijaambiwa chochote. Nilikaa tena mpaka on Monday tena, the following day, which was 23rd. Nikamwambia saa mbona bado hujajua kwa nini sijapangwa kasi up to now? Akaniambia ngoja utambua. Akaenda straight forward to Chief Inspector Kimani office. Akaenda akafanywa briefing kidogo, akatoka, akaniambia kuja. Njoo. Akaniescort, akaniambia njoo twende kwa OCS office.